Hello, fellow Bearcats, and welcome to the October 17th version of the Bearcat Broadcast. I am Cooper Landers, and this is Thomas Banks.
Homecoming week was quite exciting. There was a lot of pep in the student body. There were many memorable moments from homecoming. One was the teachers versus the volleyball team, and the teachers won. Another great memory was all the people who participated in the dress-up days. Let's take a moment and relive some other highlights with Lane Freiberg. Thanks, Lane.
Junior high volleyball players have been working hard and refining their skills. With more on that is Kedrick Hyman.
Mrs. Thompson has coached junior high volleyball for 3 years. Her first time coaching was in 2017. Junior high volleyball practice is Monday through Friday from 3:40 to 5:05 p.m. There are 3 setters on junior high volleyball: Reagan Mulder, Molly Buss, and Emily Edeker. And in total, they have 10 volleyball players. Junior high volleyball practices in a gym at the elementary school. To start off their practice routines, everyone does their own individual workout. Then they stretch and do arm warm-ups. They do drills of bumping, setting, and serving. The setters work on sets to the 3 hitting lines. They end with a scrimmage to get ready for games, then do some kind of conditioning to stay in shape. Practicing keeps their skills sharp so they are ready to compete against another team. How do you get good at volleyball?
Practicing.
Practice. Describe your practice routine.
Well, we always warm up first, and then we serve our hitting lines. Yeah, and we always end with conditioning, like running for a couple minutes. Yeah.
Some teams are tougher than others, so they have to work really hard and try to win. Mrs. Thompson says people should go out for volleyball if they want to be part of a team and work towards a goal. And because being active is good for the mental health, physical and mental health. According to Mrs. Thompson, to get good at volleyball, players have to practice bumping, setting, serving, and spiking. You also must have fast footwork and communicate to your team. So far, they are 13-12 in set play and 2-4 in match play. The highest score they win is 23 points, but they mostly win 21 points. They must win by 2 points.
Thanks, Kedrick.
The high school football team is a group of strong men. We will hear more about the boys from Cameron Davis.
This past week, I talked to Mr. Vanderhoek about the high school football team. This is his first year being head coach, and his assistant coaches are Jeff Sterling, Adam Holm, Kevin Trico, Shane Buss, and Rick Gable. They practice at the baseball field in the green. They start practice off with stretches and a lap to warm up. Some tasks he does is to study a lot of film, go through the lineup along with the starters and their backups. He also puts together the playbook they use for the year. He enjoys coaching football because there's more to it than just scoring a touchdown. It's a chess match of you playing against your opponent. It's also something that he can teach the players about some different ways to come at a problem that you have.
First, you start off with stretching, and then you do individual offense and defense. And at the end, you go Team D and Team O. And then you do conditioning at the end.
Thanks, Cameron.
And Thomas, we have a feature on the junior high football team, a group of courageous young men.
Going undefeated. That's the goal of junior high football player Tanner Argis, who is coached by Bob Gaylor and assistant coach John Jones. The team is made up of 35 combined 7th and 8th grade determined young men, who you can catch playing tonight at Clarksville against Charles City. But to get ready for a game, obviously, like everybody, they need practice. The team's typical practice, according to Tanner Argis, is
beginning of practice, quarterbacks throw the ball around a little bit. We stretch. We do kickoff, punt, some tackling drills, run through plays.
Thanks again, Lane.
We have a new feature to the Bearcat broadcast thanks to Michael Hansen. Michael went around asking a would you rather question, and we got the answers we've all been waiting for.
Would you rather blow your nose with a baby nasal sucker or dry yourself off with napkins?
Now, sir, would you rather have to blow your nose with the baby suction or dry yourself off in the morning with napkins?
I would rather shower with napkins.
One more options again. The nose thing.
Like, what do you mean, drying off?
Like, you have to be dry. You can't, like, run off and then, like, see how that works. You have to be completely dry with the amount of napkins it takes.
I would rather dry off with a napkin.
Dry myself off with napkins.
Dry myself off with napkins?
Now, why would you do that?
I don't know.
Because I use a napkin to do the other nose thing.
Because I would hate drying myself off with napkins.
I don't think I could use the suction thing right.
Seems easier than blowing your nose with the suction.
I could blow my nose and dry off.
That's a reasonable answer.
Thanks, Michael.
Finally, information on all important upcoming events. The North Butler Junior Senior High school students are preparing for their Veterans Day program. The program will be held on Monday, November 11th. Veterans and families are invited for coffee and donuts at 9:30 a.m. served by the Middle School Student Council students. Followed by the program at 10:30 a.m. Students' performances will include music, both band and choir, readers' theater, and a special art and band combined piece. After the program, veterans and their families are invited to stay for lunch prepared by the foods class. Please consider attending this special event.
Thanks for watching the Bearcat broadcast, and remember to follow the Bearcat way.
And that it's great to be a Bearcat.